Hasn't been a good week for the Wolverines after what happened down in Florida, but some good news today as defensive lineman Chase Winovich announced he's returning for his fifth year. The senior would have been an NFL draft pick, but he'll stay one more season after racking up 8 sacks and 18 tackles for loss. All right, we are pleased now to be joined by former St. John Titan, former Michigan Wolverine, Jack Miller. And Jack, obviously the big story around here today, one of our local kids, Brian Koback, possibly transferring to Toledo. Now, the interesting twist here for you is you were on the University of Toledo coaching staff that was recruiting Bryant. Didn't successfully do it, but maybe just take us back to that time and what was that like?
Yeah, we recruited him really hard. He's a great player, a great kid. I think when you get to know him, you realize what a special individual he is, a hard worker, incredibly bright. He was already taking classes at the University of Toledo prior to enrolling in college for college credits, and just really the kind of guy that you want on your team. We recruited him hard, didn't end up getting him, decided to go to Kentucky, but now it looks like he might be making a move back to Toledo. So it's a good thing for the Rockets.
It is, and just what is that recruitment process like when you're on a guy real hard and you want him to come and then he ends up not going to where, what you've been trying to work for, what you've been working for? What is that like?
It's tough. I mean, it really is. It's like, a girl telling you no to going on a date or something like that. You get denied a little bit. But it happens, and it's part of the game. Everyone understands that. You win some, you lose some. And, at the end of the day, coaches always have backup plans, and guys are ranked. There's a board of how guys are ranked in recruiting and stuff like that. And so when one goes off, you go to the next one.
Now, the business of college football, so he would have to sit, he's coming from Kentucky to, if he comes to Toledo, Right. So he'd have to sit out another year. So it's 2 years without playing football. He got redshirted this past year at UK. Any concern about that?
I don't think so. I think there's certainly something to be said about the experience that you get in a game. There's no substitute for experience. Those are invaluable minutes that you get. But it's not like you're not playing football, right? The practices and the reps and working with the first team and working with the second team, even when you're not going to play, eventually pays off. So you'd like to see him out there and getting some game time, and he certainly is probably a guy who has the potential to do that and who can provide immediate value to a place like Toledo. But if he's got to sit out, then he's got to sit out because you'll accept him and take him for those couple years on the back end.